Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Ryan the Kryptonian Collector back with you guys for yet another unboxing and review. This time we've got the Hot Toys Armored Batman version 2.0 from Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Now this one I was excited to get. This one is the die-cast armor, and I have to tell you, I missed out on the clean version of this figure on its initial release. I was also looking at the black chrome thinking, that one looked pretty good too. But I'm glad they came out with this one. We've got the die-cast armor. We've got both the clean version and the battle-damaged version. And I got to tell you, thinking through this during the review, I came up with the perfect idea to utilize all parts of this set. So my plan is to display it with armored and take the battle damage parts out for my Batcave diorama, which is on order from Jazz Inc. So I think I'll be able to utilize the entire set. But nonetheless, let's get this thing out, take a look, see how I've got them posed up, and yeah, take it away past Ryan. Okay, everyone, and so here is the box on my table, and we're ready to get this thing cracked out of the box. So first thing we're going to do is just take a look, and I've really got to point out some of the beauty of the box. So I was looking at it a little bit closer, and I actually saw the silhouette or image of Batman right here, as you can see in certain lighting, as he uses the smoke canister to temporarily disorient Superman. Above is the ghost image of Superman with Batman stepping on his neck. Kind of a crappy conclusion. I think Superman should have won, but I get why he didn't. I don't really see any other ghost images, but a really cool profile view of Ben Affleck, Batman in his armor. And I really kind of like the metallic shine to the front of the box. Very cool. This is, of course, the Armored Batman 2.0 with the Batman v Superman logo right down here. As of the time of recording this video, the Snyder Cut will become 5 years old, I believe, in 4 days. I loved the Snyderverse, and I absolutely had to get this piece in my collection. I've actually got another one, which we will be comparing this guy to here in a moment, but let's take a look. You got your Movie Masterpiece logo and Hot Toys logo, DC's logo down there. And right at the bottom, we have Batman's logo. It's somewhat hard to see, but you can see it. Armored Batman 2.0. Along the back, of course, is the barcode, all the warnings. Armored Batman Deluxe version. And it is the MMS 743063. 1/6 scale collectible figure. That's quite the number. But very cool to have this in the collection right now. And it is the Armored Batman 2.0. What can I say? I did miss out on the original release, so this should be a good one. And we're going to move the slip cover here, which I'm hoping works out well. There we go. And beneath our slip cover is the actual figure down below. We have the change-out armor for the battle damaged, which honestly, I don't know if I'm going to use the battle damage on this one, since I do have the battle damage over in my display. Here, we'll get that light. I gotta work on some lighting issues. But definitely a cool piece. Extra hands, wrist pegs, which are very important. I've broken a couple in my time, and I know a new collector that has broken one on his, so definitely good to have those. The damaged head sculpt here, and this box, I have to say it right away, this thing is heavier than I thought it would be. This thing is definitely all die cast. You can feel the weight to it, and I'm very excited to get it out and just take a look. We've got the spear running along the side right now that I can see. But without further ado, guys, we gotta take a look. But first, we're gonna take a look at this. So, Armored Batman 2.0 Deluxe Version, 1/6 scale collectible figure in MMS 743D63. So it is die-cast 6.3. Obviously, I need my eyes checked a little bit there. And 2.0 version. Now, this poster is actually a variant cover as well on a comic I do own. I'm just trying to get Ben Affleck's signature on it. I'm really hoping that SWOW comes through and has Ben Affleck at some point, or CGC have him there for signings, because I would love to be able to get that comic, which I have in my other display signed. But this is the poster for Batman from Batman v Superman. Really great choice. I love that poster, and I love my comic cover. Anyways, guys, here we go. I'm gonna get this thing cut open and we're gonna take a look. Okay, so that was a bit of a weightlifting session. Again, this guy is heavy. The box being gone does not take away from that, but we're gonna take the upper part of the clamshell and take a look at the accessories and just see what's going on here. There we go. So you can see, I haven't even picked them up. I'm just checking out the die cast. I love it. I gotta tell you, the quality just feels right. From what I can see, the displayable aspects are not an issue. Oh my, you can feel that die cast. That is 100%. That's great. That's amazing. And here is the extra pieces, obviously for the battle damage, heavier than the other one that I've owned. And here we have another spear. Now guys, this is gonna be my 4th spear. I've got one with the original battle damaged piece. I got one with the inert Superman, and then this is the brand new one. This one 100% feels much better than the one that came with the previous battle damage edition. It just feels better in the hands. It doesn't have as much bendability right at the moment, but definitely cool. I think the battery goes in here, and oh, I've pulled it apart. Shouldn't have pulled it apart, but yeah, that is my 3rd at least. I might even have a 4th with another figure. I'm not sure, but we get all the extra hands, the extra head sculpt, which again, this is a great look for him. He was very mad in this scene. And you know, the weirdest part is this figure is going pretty deep. There's the manual right at the bottom, which I don't think I need on this one. I should probably read it where it is a die-cast figure, but I have experience with the battle damage, so I'm kind of understand what I'm getting myself into. But I always recommend you check the manual out just in case. You never know. This thing could have something extra, something weird that could break if you move it the wrong way. So check it out if that's what you're kind of thinking about. But let's take a look. Let's get him out of the packaging and see everything he's going to come with. Okay guys, so we don't have all of the figures out in front of us, but or all of the accessories, sorry, out in front of us, but we have the ones for the clean armored suit version. Again, the Kryptonite Spear needs no real introduction on this one. I do find it has a little bit of a bend. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. It won't be as noticeable as one may think, but I mean, if you wanted to fix that, I'm sure there's some reviewers out there that would know. I think it would take some sort of heat. It doesn't have a bad one, so I'm not really gonna go too crazy, but it honestly may just be the way I have it snapped in for where the battery goes, but looks pretty straight. So it's good enough for me. I'm glad they added it, because if you were just getting this figure, obviously you'd want it. I just have an overabundance, but I have plans for my duplicates, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I have really good plans for this stuff. So obviously you get his grenade gun, which he basically uses throughout the whole fight with Doomsday in the film, and his grappling gun, which he uses just to kind of get from floor to floor, but he can't fly, so. And we have the kryptonite grenades, the ones that he shot at Superman to take his powers away temporarily with the kryptonite. Say what you will, it was a cheat. He cheated in the fight. And we've got the extra hands to go with either the gas grenade, the grappling gun. This one is obviously as well for the guns on there. Some open palm hands and more open palm hands. So he's got a good variety of hands that he does come with, and they go with both the battle damaged and the regular version, which is very good. I don't think he did too much damage to the gauntlets on his hands during the fight with Superman. Next up, we have, I haven't taken them out because I don't know which mouthpiece I'm going to use, but interchangeable mouthpieces here. Obviously magnetic, and they will snap in pretty easily. This one looks pretty good. Would I use it? Not sure. It really depends on the pose you want. If you want him fighting Superman, or if you want him kind of taking a breath when he gets a moment to kind of re-evaluate the battle, and when he's just kind of taking a moment after the gas grenade hit him. And then you have this one, which is just more relaxed. Right now, I'm probably going to stick with the one that's in the figure, but I love that they give you some options here. All right, let's take a look at the battle damage stuff. Okay guys, so here are the battle damage pieces. Not a ton, but these are the ones that you'll interchange with your suit to make it the battle damaged. And I gotta say, I've had one in my display for quite a while, and honestly, it's not a bad design if you want to go with that. For me, the clean is going to be a change, but if you guys have had the clean and you want the battle damaged, this one is a good one for you. So you can see we have the battle damaged head sculpt, and right there we go. Look at that. So obviously he's gritting his teeth. This was a pretty intense moment for Batman in the film, so yeah, he's definitely seen some better days. The cowl is broken, and I just have to point out, I always wondered if the cowl was beneath the helmet when he was fighting Superman, and right here you can see there is cowl. So I don't know if that is in the film or if they knew it was in the film, but I find that's a little bit inaccurate at the moment. That could just be his hair as well, but it looked, nah, there's no way. That's definitely his cowl, his regular cowl under this one. So, you know, that kind of explains a little bit to me. Maybe it is his cowl. We'll have to look into that a little bit later, but very, very good. It feels and looks a lot like the original version, but this one definitely has a little bit more emotion, and I think the sculpt is better on this one than it is in the other one. So if you guys are looking for a battle damage, this is the one to get. Next up, we have the shoulder pads. You can see all the scraping, all the paint apps on it look awesome. It looks actually like scratched steel. Superman did some damage, tossed him through a building or two. And I really like how you can kind of see Superman's hand almost as if he just grabbed him by the shoulder on that. Paint is awesome on these though. And as you can see on the inside, I believe these are magnets or some sort of Velcro system. It'll connect right to the actual figure. So, and the broken and dented gauntlet, very good. You can see it pops in right here. This will unsnap from the regular version, and that will snap in. And it should hold it back long enough. I'm glad they did something like this, because if you had a gauntlet without this little snapper, it would probably keep falling off when you're trying to change hands. And the actual chest piece with Superman's actual hand mark when he threw him through the building. And you can see it's beat up. The paint is very good. They've got little dents and everything in this. Like it's amazing. And you can see you can clip his belt on to either side, depending on which side you wanted it on, I think. His belt will drape across. And I believe more magnetic pieces in here to keep it locked in, I believe. But those are the pieces that come for the interchange to the battle damaged. And lastly, here we have the base for this piece, and I gotta say, it is awesome. You can see it's the old asylum that they fight at. You've got textures on it, and I believe there's some way, I don't know, I think there's a peg here somewhere. Oh, I think I found it. So you can put a peg through right there. Very cool. First, I think this is the second base that I've gotten that has the hidden peg hole. But I'll definitely be using this one. It's going to go awesome with my piece and my bat signal piece. And I think this is just going to top off my display. Gonna have to move a couple things. It's kind of getting cramped on my ZSJL or my Zack Snyder film shelf, but definitely gonna add this onto the display. All right, guys, let's get the figure out and see how he looks. Okay, guys, so I've finally got him out and I have him posed in a very nice way. I am kind of disappointed with the amount of space on the base that you get. He is standing, but it was a bit of work to get him in this way. Now, the only other thing I'm thinking about doing is removing the plug for the waist clamp and maybe even sticking the kryptonite spear in there, or maybe adhering it in. And I'm not talking about the one that just came with the figure. It is a very nice upgrade. I'm going to probably take the one from my old deluxe version and see how that does. But for right now, it's in its pose. And I gotta say, I'm really liking the cape. It's pretty well, it's all fabric. And it's just not 100% posable, but I think I can find a kind of nice medium for it. I did like the other one, but it felt a little too much of a mix of fabric and plastic. So it was nice, but you couldn't really move it around. So this one I think I've got nice. I think I'm gonna drape it around like this. And he's basically facing off, getting ready for Superman to come at him. I got to tell you, the highlights in the scratches is amazing. They put the perfect amount of paint. The pegs are very difficult to get the hands in. I think I may have possibly damaged my grenade launcher, the gas grenade launcher, when I tried to put it in the hand, the grip hand. I did check the movie out just to make sure they got the right hand. But yeah, I think there was a bit of an issue with the way the hand was going on, so I am going to try again another time. But you know, I gotta tell you, the figure looks great. I'm just gonna give him a little bit of a spin. Hope he doesn't fall over, but definitely a great piece. Hot Toys knocked it out of the park with this guy. One of my favorite movies of all time. Such a great movie. Ben Affleck was an amazing Batman. I think he got way too much hate. He's my favorite Batman, and I'm going to say that outright. Yeah, he's my favorite, but I think it'll be really cool when this guy, I get his eyes lit up, and I get a kryptonite spear maybe lit up in this display. It's just going to be amazing, and I love the pose I've got him in right now. It honestly didn't take too much. He's very poseable. The waist was my biggest fear. I've got him moved around, and yeah. The only thing I'm going to mention, and I've heard other reviewers mention this, I believe the original, the regular armored version, and the older battle damage version did not have the bat logo under the armor. This one does. This piece has way more detail. The paint is amazing. The die cast is amazing. 100%. If you guys get a chance, I know he's probably sold out at Sideshow, but if you get a chance to pick this guy up, 100%, I'd go out and grab him in a second. But I'm going to get the Gold Deluxe and a Superman out here, and we'll take a look, see how he looks. All right, guys, so we are back. Here is the battle damaged regular version, and here is my brand new die-cast version 2.0. I gotta say it, the one big thing I'm noticing from one to the other, the die-cast has that shine, and I gotta tell you, the scratches stand out so much more with that silver paint inside them. It looks like actual metal scratched. This one, they're more subdued. They're not as shiny or as absolutely just there. The cape is definitely damaged on this one. It doesn't feel quite as good as this one, but it shouldn't. It was in a battle with Superman. It's full of dust. It's got the tears in it. I love the tears. I will keep this cape in case I ever decide to swap this one out to the battle damaged. The next thing I'm going to say is I'm thinking about taking the kryptonite spear out of the hands of this one and putting it into the base of this figure, but I just don't know if the base is very small. It took a long time to get this figure in this pose. So to get that popped, get that in, and get it all sorted is going to be a little bit of a time to do that, but I'm going to try. And you can see my Superman cape in this pose. This is off of my Superman from Joss Whedon's Justice League. I swapped out his cape with the Jackson Jew cape and put him in a separate display for Justice League. Anyways, guys, that is the main differences. I mean, it's same size, standing. This one came with the nicer base. This one came with the more fittable base. So I'm going to be having a little bit of time over here trying to fit this guy into the cabinet here very soon. Overall, great figure, though. This one is so much nicer. The cape, again, is great. You can see the difference. The weight is amazing. This one is so much lighter. When I lifted this guy up to get him in this pose, it took a little bit more than to get this one up, obviously. The face sculpt is 100 times, not 100 times, but maybe 25% better. Like, it's that much better that it made a big difference. The only other thing I've noticed, and I've heard it from another reviewer, and I really like this little aspect, again, is the bat logo. This one does not have it. You can see it now. And obviously this one did not come with the strap because in the battle, in the first minutes, the strap was ripped off of them. So this one did not come with that one. Now, the question will be, what am I going to do with the old armor? I actually have my Batcave diorama showing up here very soon. So I'm thinking about taking all the damaged armor possibly off this one and creating a new display inside that diorama of his battle damaged suit hanging there. Again, as for the lighting, I'm still waiting to get my display set up. I've got a bunch of other things that need it, so I won't be able to turn the light on of either because I did not set it up on this one to begin with. But definitely an upgrade. I know that it's not the battle damage version, but yeah, still so much better than the first version. Even the deluxe version of the battle damage from the past, 1.0. Anyways, guys, let's get Superman out and see what he looks like next to this guy. And here we are, guys. This just looks so much better. This is my InArt 1/6 scale Superman from Batman v Superman next to the armored Batman deluxe figure we just unboxed and reviewed. I gotta tell you, they look amazing together. So much better than the original set, which was the first 6 scale set that I purchased ever in my collection. And I gotta tell you, I'd pose these two together. It's the best way to do it. You know what, I'm gonna get the bat signal fired up at some point. I do have to fix that. And these two are gonna be on that shelf. But you can see the base on the InArt is a little bit taller than this one. If they were both standing next to each other they would have the same height proportions that Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill had. So they're very accurate to size. And, you know, I find with the displays, the reason we put them in such displays is because they look so good. And as soon as I put this one right here, I got to tell you, it looked amazing. I'm very excited for what they're going to look like together on my display shelf. So without any further ado, let's take a look. I'm going to put this guy in there. I'm going to try to get them all set up, and I'll be right back to show you guys what they look like. All right, guys, so here is the Armored Batman Deluxe Edition 2.0 inside the Maju case. It is alongside the Jazz Inc. Bat Signal, which I was so happy to purchase from them. I've got a little tactical cowl thing right here. But yeah, this piece really does fit in well with this. It doesn't have the Kryptonite Spear yet, but I'm thinking if I can figure out how to get it to fit with the Kryptonite Spear, it would really make a very nice display. I'd have it right here maybe sticking up. But again, that is for a later date. I actually had to take my Snyderverse shelf, which you can see I have my Suicide Squad and Man of Steel figures, but I had to push in my tiered shelving here just to be able to fit the base in right now alongside the Bat Signal. It is imposing, but you know what? If I'm going to have my Batman figure in the armor, it's going to be on that shelf for now until I figure something else out. But one thing I got to tell you guys, I'm really just loving seeing this guy next to the Bat Signal and Superman. We've got the 2.0 of his regular suit from the film right here. And actually, if I can get zoomed in a bit here now, you can see underneath the armor right here, there is the Bat logo, something they added. And another reviewer pointed it out, and I just have to point it out as well. I think that's a very nice detail that was omitted from the first. But I do want to just talk about some of the scratching on this die-cast figure. It's got that silver paint inside, and it just makes the scratches look so much more deep. The color, the paint app and the color of the armor is so much more spot on. The other one felt like a toned down bad paint job. This one has some black speckling inside the paint almost. And it looks legitimately like steel. I mean, I know it's die cast, but it looks like it's his steel suit. And just bravo overall to Hot Toys for just the quality. The base, again, I still love it, but it is proving to be a issue inside my display cabinet. I got to dust a little bit in here now. But I'm still trying to figure out better ways to display him with this. For now, this is where he is going to stay. And like I've said, a Kryptonite Spear sticking out, I think, would look awesome in this display. Just got to figure out how I'm going to set the shelf up again. So I'm probably going to have to empty out everything here and find a way to display it a little bit better. But anyways, guys, that is the Batman. He's in his position. And yes, I would love to put the gauntlet. I did try again to put the gas launcher, the grenade launcher, gas launcher in his hand. And I do feel like I may have slightly damaged the accessory. So when that happened, I figured I'm going to go with this generic pose until I get it on there and I don't have a fear of destroying it forever. But anyways, guys, he looks fabulous in this display. I'm going to probably change him up every once in a while, and I still have to get the wiring in. I've got to fix this thing. The lighting is no longer working on it, so I'm going to get the lighting fixed on this one, and I've got to do the whole cabinet worth of lighting for other figures. I've picked some cool stuff up to be able to light up everything. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you for watching this. Hopefully this is giving you some ideas, and I will be back with maybe some final thoughts in just a moment. Okay, everyone. So final thoughts, I'd have to say the big thing is I've had this figure for about 4 or 5 days now, and I've got to say every time I go down, look at my collection, repose anything, I always get drawn back to this figure. The die cast armor for this Batman in the 2.0 was a genius idea. I think it really added the level of realness, I guess, that this figure really needed. And not to say that the version 1, the black chrome, or the battle damaged weren't great figures. I really enjoyed my battle damaged version for so long. But I really enjoy the fact that this figure, the 2.0, has a dual purpose. You can have it as the perfect looking armor or the battle damaged. Now for myself, like I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm thinking I'm going to be using the battle damage parts to possibly enhance my Batcave diorama when it does arrive. So that is another nice piece. The only issue is I don't think it came with the empty damaged helmet. So I don't know what I'm going to do there yet, whether I'm going to cannibalize the older figure, which was my original plan, or if I'm just going to get the die cast pieces and maybe take just the helmet of the old figure off. Or will I sell that one? I'm not sure yet. But I just want to say Hot Toys knocked it out of the park with this one. They gave you multiple options for display. I, of course, went with my very first option at the moment. I am going to try to integrate the Kryptonite Spear at some point into the diorama base, and we'll see what we can do. I've got to redo that whole shelf here very soon. But anyways, if you guys have a chance to get this, I highly recommend picking it up. And that is it, everyone. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please click like down below. Subscribe to my channel for more great content. Comment on the video telling me what you thought about this figure. And I will be back on the next video very soon with some great content. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one in the Fortress.